Hello, welcome to My Messy Fingers. I'm Charlie. I have completed another album and it features Ciao Cabinet of Curiosities. Scrap and Create's the online craft store that's sending me all the collections and I get to play with them and make albums out of them. And I really want to give them a big shout out and a thank you. If you have not swung by their website yet, please do so. She's got some pretty good sales going on right now. So hop on over to Scrap and Create and show them a little bit of love. Here we have an album that measures 9 by 9, and I have a 1/8 spine and again a 1/8 spine, and then this is one, not an eighth, 1 7/8, 1 7/8, 1 7/8, and the entire album measures 9 by 9. So when we unlatch this, on the front here, I made the album where I covered it in black cardstock, but then I came in with kind of a burnt red so that it would pick up some of the red colors in the collection and allow this piece of paper to pop. This is a strip. There's a main piece that has this butterfly and a clock, and I cut that card out, matted it on black, and from that sheet I took this. And then on a separate sheet out of the A4 collection, I cut this out, matted it, popped it up, and replaced the clock that's there. So this is a new element. And then took Curiosities cabinet, popped it up onto some foam pop-ups, and set it right here on the top. I fussy cut this out, matted it, and then I used my cutting die. I cut the circles out, used some of the brass elements that was in the collection when I got it, and I hung a little spider there, and this is a little beetle here. The word Rare Finds, and we've got some jars, a violin, and another card back here on the back. So when you turn this, this is what I have here on the spine, and then on the back, this big clock. Now this piece of paper and this piece of paper is what I've used to line and decorate the edges so that they would stand out a little bit. Opening this up on the inside, this is what I did to cover these two pieces. And then when we open it up here, we've got ourselves a tag here that's magnetic. Open this up, and you have the first page here. This star is a fussy cut, and I popped it up, mounted it onto black cardstock first, and then popped it up so that there was a bit of an elevation there. And then when you open this up, we have this piece here, and I made a pocket down here, and here's some elements that I used to put on this. Opening this up, we have some tucks that are both top and bottom, or you can commit a permanent photo, and I did that on both sides. Now these two panels here are what were flanking this card on left and right side on that first main page. So I just set them in here, put them on some black cardstock. But when you open them up, I took another piece, made some little small tuck pockets here on both sides. For the base page, several different things I've got going on here. We have a large magnetic closure for either journaling if you use a dark pen or putting in photos. Here is one that you can put a couple of small photos in. This one you can journal. This is just an element tag. This here is an envelope on one of the cutouts on the A4 collection pack. So you just put small trinkets in here. This is a Velcro closure I used. And then I created a diagonal pocket down here on this corner. Over here on this signature, this page here featured this butterfly, and I went in and cut him out, mounted him on some pop-ups, and then connected B to the underside of it so that it kind of move around here on the front. And then made this tag for closure, and then this is a separate little, it looks like a fly, that I cut and put here right on the top. Magnet closure, open that up. And then you open this up. And in here, this is the other half to this. Made a big pocket. Here's some trinkets. A butterfly I only secured down the antennae and one of its wings. There we go. Popped this up onto some foam pop-ups, and then this is just a card element. But then when you open this up, we've got 2 pockets here on each side with the tucks. And these strips here, again, came off the main page where I cut out that one big card for the front. So I trimmed these and just used them as some accents. This is one of the large cutout cards. And then when you open it up further, you've got some photos. And this is a tuck. And then we've got a tuck up over here as well. And then here we've got a big pocket and just a couple of layered elements here. And then we've got a pull out. I just covered one side. I didn't cover them both. All right, here we go. We got this one here. I just left it alone. I really wanted to do something with this, but I thought, nah, I'm not going to do that. So I just left this plain. And then when you open this up, this piece, I wanted something that it was giving some colored contrast. So I used this sheet, and then to help cover some of this, because it's kind of busy, but it's beautiful, I put this card in here. But I'm going to tell you a secret. This particular piece of paper, from early on, I had to trim, make some odd cut trims in order to fit something in. So I had 2 pieces of this. So I put them together, put some tape on the back side, and then I cut this piece. I didn't want to waste this, but unless you're really staring, you can't see what the seam is. So when you watch the video on how I did that, you'll understand. So here we have a tuck. We've got some elements, and I left this page here alone. And then on this side, we've got a tuck up here at the top. We've got a pocket down here at the bottom with some accenting elements. Open this up. We've got another pocket in here, and then some accenting elements. And I did not taper down the wings on that one at all. Open this up, and then we've got our base page. Lots of room to put a fixed photo, or you can just tuck things in. Now this right here does open up. It's magnet closure, so you can put small photos and do some journaling on each side. And then we get over here, another tag closure with magnet, this big piece. Open this up, and on this side we've got additional tucks, top and bottom. You can put in a photo and commit it here if that's what you wish to do. And then some elements. These are 2 cards that are a part of an earlier cutting, and I really loved the whole composition of them, so I had to put them in here. So on the reverse side, again, we've got a small pocket, and we've got a couple of elements down here to accent. And then again, we've got the butterfly, and then we have a big pocket using this paper here. Open this up, and here's another tuck. And then we've got the big, these are 5 3/4 by 5 3/4. So I took a couple of them on that side, and then this is the reverse side of them. And then another big pocket. You can put a big photo there. Fussy cut out some items, backed them onto cardstock, and placed them there. And then here's another pull out. And then this piece here with an hourglass is just that. It's just a thin piece, but I wanted to do something with it. So I did trim out the hourglass. I've popped it up onto some cardstock, and this is a flip up. So when you flip it up, then I've got a pocket in here, and then we've got some elements. These 2 here came off this same sheet. And then we have a pocket. Oh, don't want the butterfly upside down. And then some elements. And then getting down here, we have big pockets. This is the main piece that I trimmed for both sides. And this had this beautiful pink floral in the background. So that's why I put the pink floral here, so that the front of this would tie in together. So then I made pockets, and again, the wings are not fixed, it's just the antenna. Open this up, and we've got another tuck on both sides. And then here, this one, you have a tuck behind it, and it also opens up. It's magnet closure. So if you put a photo here, it's going to hide the magnet. This one is just loose. And then you open this up, and I've repeated that. This is a tuck. This opens up, and this opens up. Open this up further. And then we've got two long tucks here. We've got some tags for some elements. And then this here, this little card opens up, and you can put two photos in there. And then we have a big pocket down here. And then this is a tuck right here. Now we're going to move on to this signature. So this piece of paper right here, I cut it out and I framed it in so that it would be on both sides of these panels. But then I came in here with this. This card is actually in the center of a 12 by 12, and I just loved it. So I utilized it as my closure. And it only has a 1/4 inch trim, so it doesn't jump out and scream at you. In fact, you hardly really notice it because of the black here. But you can put a photo here. Magnet close. Open this up. And we've got some small side pockets here. And then we have two big pockets here. And you've got a spot here to put photos if you wish. And some different tags down here in the bottom. Open this up further. This is magnet. So you put a photo here. You can put some photos or journaling here. And the same on this side. This is magnet closure. And then these are a couple of diagonal cuts where I cut into a square piece, cut it on the diagonal, and then cut it. This is 4 inches, so that you have a nice big long deep pocket for those larger items. And then you have this smaller tuck pocket here. Is that upside down or right side up? There we go. And then I used some of my dies and just simply trimmed these two elements out and placed them there. Some little brass goodies from Scrap and Create. And that's it. That's the end of it. So I really love that you watched and hung in there with me. So when you get a chance, again, swing by Scrap and Create. Stop by their online store, check out their sales, but you can also buy this collection and a lot of brand new collections that she has got in the shop. Now, if you're not following my channel, I would love it if you would do so. It would make me happy. So hit that subscribe button, and I've got a few more collections coming up. So I hope to see you then. In the meantime, have a good day. Bye-bye.